Good morning. The rest of the news, Monday. New Year's yesterday saw a gorgeous rainbow over Washington, D.C. Today, New York Times headlines, Iowa voters lack enthusiasm. Tomorrow, that's the big day. There's a no alcohol policy at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena, but there was reason aplenty to celebrate New Year's Eve and New Year's Day as both Grail satellites safely settled into their orbits about the moon. Everybody blew noisemakers. More is known about Mars than about our mysterious moon. September 5, 1977 was the launch of Voyager 1 from Cape Canaveral. She's now the most far out in space of anything we've put up there, right at the edge of our solar system, 33 light hours away, headed for deep space. Rewards exceed $35,000 now for info on the car fires epidemic around both Hollywoods, seeming to target imports. But what else is there in L.A.? Today was the day in 2008 that oil prices first reached $100 a barrel ever. There's a forecast for much higher gas prices later this year, so you might want to take that road trip now and then walk later. Turns out car owners weigh about 10 pounds more than pedestrians. Americans weigh about 30 pounds more now than in 1960, 195 for men, 165 for women. The 2011 stock market was flat, ended about where it began. Gold was up 9.2%, U.S. Treasuries up 9.6%. The U.S. is forecast to be the number one commercial real estate investment market for 2012, mainly in the big port cities. Number two with a bullet is Brazil. It's been a dry winter in Colorado so far with very little snow. Most of the big storms have blown to the south. There's been lots of snow in New Mexico. That pattern is now changing and storms are lined up and on the way. The Montana Supreme Court has rebuked the U.S. Supreme Court's Citizens United ruling. That's the one that gives constitutional rights, i.e. personhood, to corporations. The 5-2 vote restores a 100-year-old Montana ban on corporate political money. One of the two dissenting votes was by Justice James C. Nelson, who wrote, "While as a member of this court I am bound to follow Citizens United, I do not have to agree with the U.S. Supreme Court's decision. And to be absolutely clear, I do not agree with it. For starters, the notion that corporations are disadvantaged in the political realm is unbelievable. Indeed, it has astounded most Americans. The truth is that corporations wield enormous power in Congress and in state legislatures. It is hard to tell where government ends and corporate America begins. The transition is seamless and overlapping." Tableware designer Eva Zeisel died at her home in New York City Friday at 105. Her salt and pepper shakers are displayed at the Museum of Modern Art, but she said, "Art has more ego to it than what I do." Her 1950s tableware was as American as apple pie. Quoting Eva Zeisel, "I search for beauty. I want my audience to be happy, to be kind." Until tomorrow, Dan Earhart with the rest of the news.